Hey everybody, TG Games here. We're back playing Stories, The Path of Destinies. Unfortunately, it looks like our last save spot here didn't save
If
him
I craft a sword now,
so
it's going to be really short.
unfortunately we're going to have to play back to where we were, which is fine. I just have to remember what some of the controls were.
People were frightened these days. Just 2 weeks past, Reynardo had sneaked through an empty town and listened to the Raven's caw about the Emperor's new taste in ritual sacrifice. Reynardo's blood was up. He just needed to smash something.
Try to get go through that door. What can we do from there? Actually, let's see, maybe this will show me what okay, I haven't actually played the dash yet. Okay. So I know I had a dash at some point. I couldn't remember where it actually is. It totally looks like I'm cutting my hand. It's hilarious.
Can't we just agree to disagree? Said Reynardo. No?
I'm sure they have a reason for fighting. Bad king, maybe. Gotta feed their little raven kids or something. Feed the raven families. I don't know. I'm just killing them for no reason. Oh well.
Ravens were landing everywhere. The advance guard. He'd better get moving. If they got to Lupino first, they'd eat him for breakfast. Or a snack. Ravens weren't picky. If they got hungry, they sometimes forgot to interrogate their prisoners. Even top spies like Lupino. Where had the mad rabbit got to?
But I think we're coming on to where we were last time, so they wanted to get us back up on the top.
This chest made music when you opened it. Too bad it was Muzak.
Alright, we're gonna run the dash
It was
here.
starting to come back to him. Something you never completely forgot. Like how to freeze time when attacking. The more he fought, the more he'd probably remember.
That's usually how this type of thing is. You fight more, you remember things, and raise time. That's how that works, right? It's kind of like Assassin's Creed, the original first Assassin's Creed. Counter, 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 kill. That's pretty much how the first Assassin's Creed went.
Reynardo felt a chill run down his back. Or possibly a flea.
these things on the ground are, but who knows. I wish I could save from the altars too. That would be nice. But apparently that's not a thing. I want to jump into the grave. Oh.
In a swirl of newly remembered knowledge. He needed to focus.
Might as well level up now. Oh, I get to choose things this time. Maybe. That was not really gonna be super useful, I guess. I do like the movement speed. Sword, gee, that's okay. Ultimate sword fu. I think I'm going to take a point in...
He'd missed his old skills. He welcomed them back like it was at a reunion.
Now I can run and get places faster, and it'll be great. And then the next one we'll probably do is the counter damage, so that we do some damage when we counter as opposed to just stunning them.
Dirty and bloody, Renato finally reached Lapino. The rabbit was practicing his shuffle. Renato recognized the cards. It was Lapino's favorite deck. Oh, I thought you were in danger. I am. The ravens are coming. Oh, the prison thing. Right, yeah, see, this guard owed me 53 ducats, so we made a deal. They're very reasonable people, actually, for weasels. Now, I got a brilliant plan to kidnap Zenobia. We capture Zenobia, we find out what she knows, and that's the whole war right there. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Capture the Emperor's greatest general, who also happened to be a deadly sorcerer and, oh, his only daughter. That would be worth it. On the other hand, he could still get to the core of the Sky Ripper, even if he couldn't get the whole thing. It must have great power.
So we can go back and do the old missions. That is good to know. So I think we are going to go do that.
To make the Sky Ripper, the Transcendent Emperor had wrapped an armature around the eye of a god. Bernardo had already let that armature slip away to save Lapino's life. But even its core, the eye torn from a god, surely they could fashion a great weapon from that. The core of the Sky Ripper? Lapino's excited. That's an actual thing that we could just go and get. You've been busy. He sure had. Renato told him all the things he'd been up to. Soon they got to talking about old times, about wages they'd won and lost, and scrapes they'd barely got out of. It was good to be back with his friend. Renato grinned. He had a very good feeling about this.
That eye of a god looked like a D20. Which is always nice. So it does look like the missions change slightly as you uncomplete them, which adds a kind of cool replayability to it. I like that.
It's beautiful here, thought Renato. He was thrilled to be back with his old war buddy. He'd missed the mad rabbit, but something was not quite right.
It's great. I want to talk. Okay, apparently I can't talk to my old war buddy. I guess we'll run around and search for other chests. supposed to go this
Who
way.
needed bridges anyway?
I just have a bad feeling that I'm going the way to... Okay, it is the dead end. That's good. That's what those things do on the ground. Okay, that's cool. But yeah, I always have a bad feeling that I'm going the wrong way and, you know, will fail. You know, or, you know, like this way. I don't know if this is the right way or not. I want to get everything, explore everything. I hope this isn't the way down. To get the D20 God Eye thing. Because I probably missed something.
I wonder what I could make with all these sword crafting materials, thought Renato.
I wonder if that's a game hint on, hey, you should go try to
There
craft a sword
was something sour in the air. Like the earth had ruptured over something that had been fermenting for a very long time.
I think I needed like 50 ore and 10 of each to craft the next level sword. But I do feel like this is where I was supposed to go, unfortunately. So there's a whole area in that main area we haven't explored yet.
Come over here.
This is nice. Nice.
Renato felt wrong all over. He could feel an almost palpable sickness in the air. And if the land could have tumors, they would look like these monstrous crystals. The forest was quieter than it had been. There were insects, but few birds, if you didn't count the ravens. Renato smelled sick animals and dying ones, but no healthy ones. And getting a bad feeling about this, Renato thought. Maybe Lupino was right. Maybe they should have kidnapped Zenobia instead of coming here.
Okay, so this is probably where I got something from that, if I would have done the mission first instead of rescuing.
He wasn't that good. Yet.
No? No? Maybe this is... Anything? No? Can't grab it. Alright. Failing all over. Fortunately, clicking. But there's no way to pause the battle tactically. But oh, I do need some health. Please give me something to break. Hey, we found the D20 of God Eye-ness.
As he held the radiant icosahedron, Renato felt queasy. Like dozens of tiny worms were nibbling his insides. It wasn't healthy to be so close to the eye of a god. How could he use it? He could take it to the observatory. The scientists there could tell him how to harness its ancient power. But honestly, Renato ached to get away from it. He brought the core back with him to the Farfarer. But honestly, Renato ached to be rid of it.
Tell you what, said Lupino. I'll take it to the observatory. You attack the Imperial outpost. The Imperial outpost was a vital communications node. Taking it could shatter the Empire's ability to coordinate. And it would be full of secret plans and maps and maybe even rebel prisoners. It was a good target for a hero like Reynardo. But what if Lupino got the core and then broke it, or lost it, or worse?
Was Reynardo ready to take that risk? Maybe it was better if he brought the core to the scientists himself.
Ooh, and I've lost the option to kidnap the other girl. I think we're gonna...
Lupino was a touchy rabbit. Reynardo knew that. You're brave, I know, Reynardo said. But this is what I was hired to do.
At least let me run ahead and warn the scientists you're coming.
So, Lupino was intent on being a hero, just like him. War made sensible men crazy for glory, and Lupino had never been sensible. But what was the harm? Lupino might well trip over a hornet's nest of ravens. But that was better than ravens lying in ambush, wasn't it?
They finished the trip to the Nexus in silence. Reynardo had no sooner rescued his friend than he was putting him back in danger. All right, he finally said as they landed. Go.
So, yeah, you lose the ability occasionally, so I wonder if we'll be able to even take the outpost. Who knows? But this is definitely, if you play this game, definitely kind of track what you do so you can play it multiple times. And I think that's what I'm going to try to do if I end up playing it again.
As Reynardo watched Lupino vanish on the horizon, he could feel nausea building in him. He felt ill. Could his knees really be aching this much? But how could he have handed the core off to Lupino? That was a recipe for disaster.
I have no health. That's kind of cool.
Reynardo felt a little better.
There we go. That's what we needed. Just what the doctor ordered. But, ooh, these give me extra. Aw, see, I feel like those should give me, like, ore shards or something. That would be nice. Oh. What are you doing?
Na 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 na. Hey, hey, hey. Goodbye.
Doesn't even make sense. And why? Oh, that's great. That's great. But it looks like I am slowly losing health as we continue here. So, this might not have been
What
the
were these
best
poles
missions
exactly? Parking meters from the time of the lost gods?
Alright, so we do have that. That's right, I did want the aggressive defense. But health would be no, we don't need health right now. Be nice, that one probably would be a good one to get at some point too. But hey, we'll be fine. Oh. This. Oh, you fool. I'm trying to finish off your friend, you jerk. And I'm about to die.
Okay, next time, stay away from the other guy's sword, you know?
Renato felt worse.
Die.
All his joints were aching now. He'd been through beatings that felt better than this. So the core had a kind of poison that could harm you without even touching you. That's new. Well, it had power. The rebellion needed something with power. And how was this any worse than a sword wound? Well, a death by sword was sudden and fair. This was just squalid. A piecemeal death, like old age.
I'm at full-ish
They're
health
a lot
for
of
now.
shiny, smooth, curved with leather, buckles, and kind of smelled. You know what? Never mind. Yes, there was also ore and other useful stuff.
So.
Let's focus on that, shall we?
But I think this is a good place as any to end the episode. So, this has been Teach Gaming. We've been playing stories, Paths of Destiny. Well, see you next time.